Good day, everyone. Welcome to this subject, English as a Second Language, Mateum 5/3 and Mateum 5/4. This is your teacher here, Miss Michelle Joy. Welcome back to our online learning class. This is week 1 for semester 2. So now, class, let us read the objectives of the lesson of this week, which is November 1 to November 5. The first one is students must be able to know what a sentence is. And the second one is students must be able to know the 4 types of a sentence. So at the end of our lesson, I expect that you already know what a sentence is and you already know to differentiate the 4 types of a sentence. So our topics for this week are the following: letter A, sentence, and letter B, types of a sentence. These are the words to learn. Please repeat after me so you can still practice your reading skills and speaking skills even if you're just at home. Are you ready now? Let's start reading. Number 1, sentence. Number 2, declarative. Number 3, interrogative. Number 4, imperative. And number 5, exclamatory. Now let's discuss these 5 words one by one so we will have an idea what our topics are for today. Sentence. A group of words that express a complete idea is called sentence. Number 2, declarative. Synonyms for declarative are the following: declaratory, indicative, asserting, indicative mood, and explanatory. Number 3, interrogative. Interrogative means interrogatory, question, quizzical, curious, questioning, inquisitive, inquiring, interrogation, interrogative mood. Next word, imperative. Synonyms for imperative, we have essential, necessary, vital, indispensable, and obligatory. And the last word that we have is exclamatory. So when we say exclamatory means emphatic, interjectional, boisterous, noisy, romping. So again, class, let's read the 5 words to learn that we will be encountering all throughout our slides. Sentence, declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory.
Buzz with B. How to write a sentence. So, what is a sentence? A sentence is a word or group of words which expresses a complete thought. A sentence has to include 2 things: a subject, person, place, or thing, and an action, a doing word. When writing a sentence, there are some important things that you need to remember. The first thing is that sentences always begin with a capital or uppercase letter. The next thing to remember is to use finger spaces between each word, so we know when a word ends and a new one begins. Let's use this sentence for example. The cat sat down. I can read this sentence because it has finger spaces and I can see each word clearly. What would happen if I took out the finger spaces? That atsa it down. Yeah, that does not make sense. The final thing we need to always remember is to use punctuation at the end of a sentence with a period, question mark, or exclamation mark. We use different punctuation depending on our sentence. For example, if I'm telling you something like, I'm going to have some lunch, I would use a period. I use a question mark when I'm asking you a question. Would you like to have some lunch? And I use an exclamation mark when I'm expressing a strong or forceful emotion, such as, I am so hungry, I need lunch! Let's practice writing a sentence together now. I'm going to use this image to help us make a sentence. Let's write, the cat is in a hat. Can you say that with me? The cat is in a hat. When writing our sentence, we always start on the left and write across, all the way to the end, and then move on to the next line. What was our first word? The. Okay, so when starting a sentence, do you remember what our first letter needs to be? That's right, a capital letter. Now the is a tricky word, and I know it's T-H-E. So I'm going to write a capital T, then a H and an E. Great work! Now we've written our first word, what do we need to do before the next? That's right, a finger space, so the reader can see that it's a new word to read. Cat. Let's sound it out. K-A-T. Cat. Awesome! The cat is. Is. I always read through what I've written so far so I don't miss words. The cat is in. Great. Now I'm at the end of the line. Where do I go? To the left-hand side of the next line. The cat is in A. Finger space. Hat. 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 Awesome. Now we've written our sentence. How do we finish? With a period. Super work. We've just written a complete sentence. Now it's your turn. Can you think of and write your own complete sentence? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my other videos on Buzz with Bee. See you soon!
Sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. It is an independent clause that contains a subject and a verb. Now, class, we already know the meaning of a sentence, which is a thought that has subject and a verb. Now, what do you mean by the word subject and what do you mean by the word verb? Now, let's discuss them. So, subject means to identify the subject of a sentence. Ask yourself, who or what is doing the action? Verb, to identify the verb in a sentence. Ask yourself, what is the action or what is being done here? In some sentences, though, the verb is a state of being. The verb to be in all its form is an example of this. Now, class, let us discuss about the parts of a sentence. So, parts of a sentence. Sentences usually have two parts. They are the subject and the predicate. So, what do you mean by subjects? Tells who or what the sentence is about, contains the noun of the sentence, and usually comes first. Now, when you say predicates, they tell us what the subject of the sentence does or is being, always contains a verb, and usually comes after the subject. Now, class, let us continue about the two parts of a sentence. So every sentence has two essential. When you say essential, means important parts. Okay, so the first one is subject. The subject of a sentence is the part about which something is being said. For example, the flower bloomed. So the subject in this sentence is the flower because we are talking about the flower. The second sentence, Bob painted. In here, the subject is Bob because we are talking about Bob. And the third sentence, The girls on the team were all good students. So who were all good students? The girls on the team. So we are talking about the girls on the team. That's why these words are the subject in this sentence. Now, talking about predicate. So the predicate of a sentence is the part which says something about the subject. So let's read sentence number 1. Bill told everyone about the wreck. So we are talking about Bill. So what did Bill do? He told everyone about the wreck. So verb is an action word. And Bill, what did he do? He told everyone about the wreck. Next, let's read sentence number 2. Mary sobbed. So what did Mary do? She sobbed or cried. And the third sentence, Sue plays the piano well. So we are talking about Sue, but what did Sue do? So she plays the piano well. Now class, let us discuss about writing sentences. So writing sentences. So a sentence contains two main parts, so which we discussed already, the subject and the verb. So the sentence here, the dog jumped. So we are talking about the dog. So the subject can be a person, a place, or a thing. And what did the dog do? The dog jumps. So jump is the verb. It states action or something about the subject. So how to write a sentence? So all sentences must begin with a capital letter. Okay, so this one, all sentences must begin with a capital letter. So in this sentence, all starts with capital letter A, okay, because it's the start of the sentence. So all sentences must end with one of these punctuation marks, period, question mark, or exclamation point. Start with a naming word. Name who or what you are writing about. And then add an action word. Say what the person or thing is doing. So this one is the subject and the verb. A girl danced. So the subject is the girl and the verb is dance. And it ends with a punctuation mark, which is a period, and this sentence started with a capital letter A. So that is how you're going to write a sentence. Now class, let us discuss about the types of sentences. Number 1, declarative sentence. The cat is seated on a chair. So it ends with a period. So subject is the cat. Predicate is cited. Punctuation is the period. So what is a declarative sentence? So a declarative sentence is a sentence that expresses a statement. You're saying a statement in general. It declares something. So this type of sentence is used to convey a message or to relay a message. For instance, expressing your opinion or view about a particular point. It is the most common of all 4 types of sentences. That's why it's called declarative sentence. You are declaring something. So these are examples of declarative sentences. So it is a good day. You're just telling that it is a good day. She loves listening to music. He dislikes watching movies. My laptop is missing. James is unwell. Therefore, she is absent from school today. The vegetables are greener after the rain. His motorbike was brand new and now it is missing. My mom loves to dance, but my father prefers to listen to music instead. And the last example, my new skirt has black and white stripes. Now class, let us discuss about interrogative sentence. So what is an interrogative sentence? So interrogative sentence from the word interrogate, and it ends with a question mark. So obviously this type of sentence means you are asking a question. So an interrogative sentence asks a question. This type of sentence is usually asked directly to someone. This type of sentence ends with a question mark. So interrogative sentence, from the word interrogate, you're asking someone, so it ends with a question mark. So here are some examples of interrogative sentences. Number 1, why haven't you started studying? Number 2, when did you finish your school? Number 3, where in the world did I leave my phone? Number 4, where are the best days to go to the mall? And number 5, what kind of music do you want to dance to? So it always ends with a question mark. So that is interrogative sentence. You're asking question, interrogative sentence. Let's study the third type of sentence, which is imperative sentence. So it ends with an exclamation point. So declarative sentence ends with a period. Interrogative sentence ends with a question mark because it is asking a question, and imperative sentence, it ends with an exclamation point. So it gives a direct command, is punctuated with a period or exclamation mark. So imperative sentence, to give requests, to give command, to give suggestions, and to give advice. So example, so as a request, can you please help me? Please return your seats, pack enough clothes. So these are requesting, okay? As direction, go straight on Pine Street. Take a U-turn from the roundabout. Turn right from the cinema. As order, give me the book. Stop talking so loudly. Wash your hands before you eat. And the last one, as advised, don't eat junk food. Consider the lily. Consulate the doctor. So again, imperative sentence ends with an exclamation point or a period. So it depends on the sentence. Discuss the last type of sentence, which is exclamatory sentences. So sentences containing surprise or emotion are called exclamation sentences. An exclamation point is placed at the end of such sentences. So exclamatory sentence shows strong feelings. The exclamatory sentence always ends with an exclamation mark. So we have here examples. How beautiful this city is. Number 2, Sarah wiped the board. Number 3, whoa, I missed the service. Number 4, don't talk, get out. Number 5, please help me now. Number 6, huh? Okay, now it's beautiful. Number 7, what a coincidence this is. Number 8, wait, that bridge is rotten. Number 9, I'm so mad at her. And number 10, God, I'm in heaven. Let us summarize the topic that we have just discussed. So we have discussed about what a sentence is and the different types of a sentence. So the first one, declarative. A declarative sentence tells about something and it ends with a full stop or a period. So examples, I have a blue dress. My sister is in the first grade. I am watching a movie. The second type of a sentence is interrogative. So an interrogative sentence means you're asking something. It ends with a question mark. So examples, number 1, when are we eating? Number 2, how do you play this game? And number 3, where have you been? Next, number 3, imperative. So an imperative sentence tells someone to do something. So it ends with a full stop or a period. So clean your room. Do your homework, please. Pick up those clothes. And the last one, exclamatory. An exclamatory sentence shows a strong feeling. It ends with an exclamation mark. So example, the dog has fleas. My hair is on fire. The car has a flat tire. So these are the 4 types of sentences. So class, for your activity direction, read each sentence below. Write if it's declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory. So number one, please clean your room before we leave for school. So you are giving an order. So this sentence is imperative sentence. So I want you to answer numbers 1 to 10, and I already gave you the answer for number 1. So you only have 9 numbers to answer. Again, just write declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory. And if you're finished, please send me back in our Google Classroom account. Okay, class, we now come to the end of our online discussion. If you have any question, comment, suggestion that you want to tell me or you want to ask me, please feel free to send me a message in my personal line account and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Stay safe, everyone. Till next week. Goodbye.